Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here, Rome. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Top Dog is here. Welcome. I just sent out the notification, so we'll give it a couple minutes. Let everybody join in. Yeah, this is a heavy topic to talk about. Real heartbreaking case, and yeah, we'll just hang out for a second and let everybody come in. And the other thing too, it's like this is moving pretty fast. This is uh, the developments on this is just it's going quick. FBI is involved, local law enforcement is involved, and this is about a 15-year old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and just a really sad case. And there's a couple pictures of her, but yeah, we'll let people come in. And hey, Dandy, good to see you. Let me just grab my notes. And this should be a quick one, quick hour. Uh, Only because there's really not too much right now. But I feel like there's good. I mean, this is going to be developing fast. So I want to be able to cover this too, and try to get as much updates as I can with this case. Uh, Celeste Rivas, she's from Lake Elsenor, and the car they found was a Tesla. Hey Mustang, good to see you. Welcome in. And I mean, it's from a singer named David. I mean, there's little information right now, and I mean, we just went over this yesterday in my true crime hike, and yeah, just a pretty wild story. So let me get everybody in here, um, and here's the picture of Celeste Rivas. Hey, neighbor girl, good to see you. So let me grab my notes. Let me grab my drink, and yeah, settle in, everybody, and we'll get started in a second. Yeah, let me just grab my notes. Dandy, Mustang, Native Girl, Rome, Top Dog. Am I missing anybody? Dandy. Yeah, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Let me drop my email. If you have more information on this case, I know it's developing, but if you have any information, addresses, or anything like that, yeah, feel free to email me. Let me post it up real quick. There was a video that I saw that it was really good, well put together, and that way we can get a clear picture of what's going on. It was from News Nation and TMZ, and they covered it really well. So let me see if I can pull that up. That way I can share my screen and then we can go from there, talk about it. Because there's a lot of information that they had put on there that was come on. Okay, just give me a second. I know a lot of creators are going live right now. It's just I'm not gonna have time to go live later. Let me share my screen. Yeah, that's the thing, Danny. There's a lot of the news is coming out fast in this case, in this situation, this mystery. I mean, it's just the whole thing is wild, and I think we've just heard. I mean, we obviously have heard just the start of it, and I mean, what who knows what else is yet to be shared. Just give me 1 second because it lags when I try to YouTube and share YouTube. Close out some of these tabs. Thank you everybody for being patient. Just give me 1 second. We're almost there. There we go. Let me just play this. Just play this so we can get caught up with the case, with the situation.
Do not like coincidences. And that goes double for cops who are investigating murders of runaway teenagers, especially runaway teenage girls. That fact has got to be hitting home tonight, literally, for the singer known professionally as David, spelled D4vd. I know it's strange, but it's pronounced David. His legal name is David Anthony Burke. And it is quite possible that's the name that was included in the warrant last night that was executed to search the home where he's been living. It's also the same name that's said to be on the title of the impounded Tesla, where the body of a dismembered and decomposing teenage girl was found by police, or should I say, the front trunk. That was day. If you were with us here last night, you know that that body has been identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose family reported her missing in April of last year. And get this, she may not look it in this picture, but she was just 13 when she went missing. Celeste's birthday, the 15th birthday, was the day before her body was found. But since it was the stench of rotting human remains that led the impound workers to call the LAPD, it is almost certain that Celeste did not live to see 15. For David, who's now on a world tour, none of this is good news, but it's not bad for him yet, legally speaking. That said, here are some of the bizarre coincidences that you cannot ignore in this murder case. This murdered teenager and the up-and-coming singer both have the same tattoos on their right index fingers, reading shh. To be fair, it is a popular tattoo, SHHH, far from unique. But Celeste's mother says that her daughter was dating somebody named David when she went missing. And yes, David is a common name. I get it. And there's the photo. David, the singer, in Celeste's neighborhood, not far from her house, minutes actually before she disappeared. And should I say that Celeste's house is like over an hour away from where David was living, so not likely just to be there for no reason. And now we know that in December of 2023, a song leaked out that is hilarious in retrospect. A track by David, and it's called, say it with me now, Celeste. The name of the song is Celeste, his love for a girl who's named Celeste. Still, there was no indication that LA police were connecting the dots until last night, when homicide detectives raided a home in the Hollywood Hills. Now, it just happens to be the very same area where the Tesla had been abandoned and then towed. Yet the neighbors say that that Tesla has been parked regularly in front of the home that was raided. And in a town full of Teslas, you're going to find out why in just a moment. Why this Tesla was so memorable to the eyewitness is that one. That's the one right there that was parked outside the home. TMZ reports that that home was most recently occupied by David, the singer, David Anthony Burke, even though it was rented by David's manager. Police reportedly seized a computer and quote-unquote other items. And I talked about all of this and more today with TMZ executive producer Charles Adabodier. And before I play you our conversation, I should note TMZ's reporting was instrumental in helping the police identify that the young victim in the trunk was Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Here's my interview. Charles, this story getting legs. What happened today with the house where David had been?
Yeah, this house where David had been staying at least earlier this year, probably further back. Police had a search warrant. They got a search warrant, and they finally went through the house last night. We got some information about what they were looking for there. We know that there were photos of detectives leaving the house with a computer and then several other bags of evidence bags. We don't know exactly what they pulled out of there. We know what they were looking for, and it is very clear that they are trying to connect the victim, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, to that home, and obviously to David. Also, home is about a block and a half where David's Tesla was parked to an impound yard.
Okay, that's important. Proximity between this home that was in and searched and where reporting had seen a Tesla parked outside that home.
Yeah, that very Tesla place, which is what makes it stand out here in LA, a black place, you know. Registered to David. who's from the Houston area. So we know that that test entertained people there. Benny Blanco came over and he posted some photos with him. The group Cat's Eye was there. They recorded a video with David, like a TikTok video with David in that house. So this is where he apparently was staying and clearly entertaining friends and, posting content from that home. So the one thing we have not seen is a video of Celeste or photos of Celeste in that house. Now, other photos have surfaced showing, it seems pretty clear at this point that David and Celeste had a relationship. There's a live stream that was resurfaced where they were talking to some of his fans, and also a photo of David and Celeste out at an event somewhere in LA in, it appears, October 2023, because there's a photo of David and Billie Eilish at the same event from that date.
In October of 2023, she'd have been just turned 14?
Yes.
No, just turned 13.
13, and he would have been 17 or 18.
Yeah, not legal.
Yeah. That
not
is
legal. If
that
anything,
is another part of this. If it was a romantic relationship, yes, certainly disturbing. And we haven't seen anything like sort of PDA or kissing or anything that would make you think that we could say for sure this was a romantic relationship. But what is a lot of time together, what the nature of the relationship is, we don't know for sure yet.
Okay, well, I'm going to skip ahead to something I was going to ask you in a minute, but I'm going to go there now. Maybe we don't have pictures or anything of them indicating there are songs, and now everything's being looked at through a microscope. Tell me about a leaked song called...
Yeah, the lyrics to the song now, like you said, looking through today's lens, very interesting. This is a song, it was unreleased, but it did leak on SoundCloud late December of 2023. The title was Celeste. It says, "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed."
That's 2023.
December of 2023. I believe there was another time. It appears that she got away, or just that she, and so there was in January of 2020 report, and then again another one in April. So her home life, it's clear that she was not. This was not a stable situation, and that she was in and out of the house. We also know that there was a photo, and we don't have a date for this one yet. There's a photo of David in a parking lot in Lake Elsenor, California, which for people outside of LA, that is a place that's about 70 miles east of LA. So it's not like right around the corner. And David was in a parking lot there in Lake Elsenor, which is where Celeste and her family live. They're from Lake Elsenor. So
yet another
that
coincidence.
Yes, and by the way, that parking on geotagged the photo and looked at is about a 6-minute walk from Celeste's home, where her mom lives anyway.
Then there's another singer. There's another song that I find disturbing. It's 2022, and it's called "Romantic Homicide."
It is.
And there's some lyrics there that are just
one of his biggest hits. If you look up David's streaming platform, Romantic Homicide is usually near the top, if not the top song. And some of the lyrics from that song, he says, "In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you."
Important to
Again,
say, no mention of the name Celeste here.
no
And
mention
if
of
I'm
Celeste in there.
doing the math, correct me if I'm wrong, she'd be 12 in 2022.
Yeah, we don't know when they first, met, when their friendship or whatever it was began. But obviously, there are a lot of images now of them together. They had some sort of relationship, and now clearly, police are trying to connect those dots as well. I got to tell you about the search at the house. We know what while we don't know what they actually left with, we know from law enforcement sources what they were looking for and what they did inside the house. They were looking for. We're told that they went through the house. There was that if happened to Celeste, if she met her demise in the house, they wanted to see if there was any evidence of blood anywhere. They were using luminol around the house, checking drains to see if there's any, blood evidence or, blood or tissue of this house, looking for any evidence. Again, we don't know what, if anything, they found, but our law enforcement sources say when they executed this search warrant, that was on the list, a very long list of things they were looking for in that house.
That's very painful to hear, because we know that this body was dismembered and not all parts of this body were recovered. So it would make perfect sense if they were looking to see where that dismembering happened. Right. And also, just remind me, this house is being rented by David's manager.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind that David is a very young, he's 20 years old. So from what we've seen as listings, this house is going, 20,000, that it can be rented for $20,000 a month. It is a large home. It's an estate, really. That's not the kind of thing a famous 20-year-old do on his own typically. So it is his manager, a guy who is connected to Interscope Records.
Josh Marshall is his name, right?
Yes. So he is, we found out, who was on the lease, who was renting this. But again, from all the photos that David has posted, it's very clear he was staying in this home, if not all the time, frequently he was staying.
Just on the house, or did they look around the property?
They looked the entire property. There's obviously, there's the house, there's a yard also where they that they went into. They searched there, but
I mean, my mind, being a true crime, goes to Dexter, and garages are often one of the places of choice, for this kind of macabre behavior. Yeah. And then do you have any information on purchasing? Like, was anybody within David's orb purchasing things like the kind of supplies you would need for this kind of an operation? Sometimes the Home Depot, sometimes Walmart. People go in with big cleaning supplies, drop sheets, even tools, that kind of thing.
I know where your mind is going, Ashley, and I wish I could say we don't know at this point, but it has been very difficult, I will say, to pull in David's orbit. As you would imagine, most people are pretty tight-lipped and not willing to say anything at this point, because they know what's going on. They know this case has been getting a lot of attention, the attention it's getting around the country. They know what police are looking for, and so they have been forthcoming with a lot of information.
Well, you know how that works, Charles. The minute arrests start happening, people start talking, because nobody wants to be on the business end of a charge. You know, accessory, after or during, or conspiracy. I mean, these are the kinds of things that make the concentric circle squeeze to the player they're looking for. And I'm not saying it's David. I'm not saying it's his manager. It could be any of the above. You never know. It could be anybody. But just what about David himself? Like, what's going on with him? Is he in hiding? Is he under arrest? What are his management and endorsements? What's happening with him?
Boy, I wish I could tell you all. Here's what we know about David. The last place he was seen publicly for certain was in Seattle when he performed 2 nights ago. He had a show that was scheduled last night, but that one was canceled. And while we figured that he was going back to LA, we know that he has an attorney. We have not positively seen him of someone that someone believed to be David, but we can't confirm 100%. We are on the lookout, trying to find out where he is, but we have not seen him yet. And interestingly, he told here in LA this weekend. He's supposed to be playing at the Greek Theater. And what's really creepy and eerie is that you could go in right now, as we're speaking, buy tickets to those to show LA, and also there's a show scheduled in San Francisco Friday night that has yet to be officially canceled. So, you know, look, that may change. This is as we're speaking now, but I would expect it would be really bizarre to see him on stage on when we know police have searched the home where he was living, what we know about his own car and what was found there.
Thank you for watching. Download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased
Yeah, that was wild. I mean, dang, that was a lot of information. And TMZ and News Nation, they did a really good job at that. Since it's in the LA area, TMZ is watching this closely. We'll be watching this really closely. Yeah, the thing about her being pregnant, it's been coming up a lot. And you never know. You never know. You know, that could be motive. Let me just close up some tabs. Yeah, I mean that's a thought that came to my mind too. It's because, you know, was she? I mean, there's just so many questions, right? So many questions. All right. I just had to close out some tabs. I want to catch up on chat. Let me just go over chat so I can see your comments. Dandy says, I heard she turned 15 the day after her body was discovered. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a day as we heard that. Yeah. That's why that clip, I mean, it was loaded with information, and TMZ and News Nations did a really good job there. Um, you know, just giving us a lot of information, search warrants, the Tesla, the body, um, concerts being canceled. I mean, they gave a lot of information. Her age, a day after she turned 15, so she was 14. So most likely she was 14 when she died, and I mean that it's just this case just is wild. I mean, wild. It with new information that comes out, something bigger comes out, something more extraordinary comes out. And I mean, what other things don't we know about this? Let me go to the comments. Yeah, drop your theories. Drop, I mean, what's going on. I know there's not a lot of information, but I want to hear what your feel for what is going on, your feel about what this guy is. And yeah, I really want to hear from everybody about this. Yeah, sad case. Yeah, the day he dropped new song too, I believe. Wow. Okay, let me see. Come down. Just going over chat. Did anyone see her teacher speaking? Yeah, I did see that. I'm not sure what really he was saying, other than that he was in her classroom or something like that. Um, I don't know. We can probably go over that. His Dandy says his music is garbage. Who listens to that stuff? In my opinion. And then Bean Baby 27 says I like it. It's catchy. I guess you do, says Dandy. I've listened to it. I mean, it's not my style, but I could see people liking it. Again, to each their own. Yeah, does anybody know where like the locations are for where the Tesla was parked, Lake Elsenor, Hollywood Hill? I know it's in the Hollywood Hills, but if you have any information, send it to me on the Discord, addresses and things. And if it all goes well, I mean, I'll go on scene. I'll go out there, and it's a lot different when you're out there on scene and you're checking out, how far things are. It's like, wow, the Tesla was found close to her home. I mean, if you guys can find that information and send it to me on my email or on the Discord, I would greatly appreciate it. So we can so I can possibly go out there, and check out the scene. Bean Baby says, I mean, I used to love Backstreet Boys. Just going over chat. Bean Baby says, poor little baby, but parents should have got more info about their kids, friends, and boyfriends, Okay, let's go to Rome. Says, well, I did see the area, but they didn't give the addresses. Yeah, I saw a picture where the Tesla is parked outside of the Hollywood home, but they blocked out the address. But as more information comes out, it's going to be all public. And plus, I know the news is out there, so if you guys can kind of see, maybe an address or something like that. I mean, man, this case is just super sad, super heartbreaking. And yeah, most likely she was 14 when she was killed, and that's the other question too: is How long has she been killed? How long was she in the Tesla? Was she being captive before she got in the trunk? I mean, what happened before her body was put in the trunk? What happened before she got dismembered? You know, the autopsies are gonna show something, and yeah, like, was she pregnant? You know, was this guy worried about it? You know, and this is all speculation. Okay, we have to say that because we don't know. We don't know what the heck is going on, and we're trying to fill in the gaps. The you know, the manager is on the leaks for the Tesla, for the home, so I'm sure he's being investigated, and I'm sure David is being investigated, the singer, the rapper. And again, we see with these cases, it's that, okay, I have an alibi. I was out of town. Okay, we'll prove it. Well, here's my witness. I was with my friends. Here's my phone records. Here's a receipt of when I went to go eat lunch with my friends. All right, we'll check the cameras, and we see you there. So people are going to get eliminated, and then there's going to be, and I mean, in Hollywood, LA, there's tons of cameras everywhere. You know, where that Tesla drove around, there's tons of cameras out there, and the FBI is involved now. They got a computer, whether it was a laptop or a what's it called, a computer, desktop. You know, we don't know. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I don't know, but I think either it was a laptop or a desktop or something like that. But it was a computer, is what we know, I should say. Yeah, super sad. Yeah, the lyrics are kind of weird. Like, he's like into that kind of stuff, right? Like death. I noticed that in his lyrics, like a lot of death. Mustang sounds determined that he was in videos with her and nothing was done. Yeah, there's videos. There's videos. I'm gonna pull up a picture of something I saw on Reddit. Just going over comments. I need to catch up on comments. Beanberry says he seems like a chill guy, but I believe he did it. Mustang says Celeste is not a common name in my opinion. Let's go down to the comments. Hopefully I don't skip anybody. Here we go. Bean Baby. No, it's not, but there's a lot of people who have her look. Dandy. I've heard the area Celeste found Liz is impoverished, and a lot of method magicians live around those parts. Lake Elsenor, I've heard that too. That Lake Elsenor is a hot spot, you know, certain areas, but I think that's everywhere. There's certain hot spots. I mean, look at the Hollywood Hills, you know, where that is also prevalent, or pills, or you know, the devil's dandruff is prevalent. So yeah, there's certain areas that, you know, that's just, it's there, unfortunately. I agree. Being baby, I mean, how is it she got in his car, you know, like for real, he never reported car stolen. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like, was the car reported stolen? How did she get in there? And she was apparently a runaway, missing, as you can see from this missing poster. And yeah, it's just like, did the guy know that she ran away? Is he the reason she ran away? Is David the reason that Celeste is running away from her home? Like, is he the one luring her out? Is he the one talking to her? Is he the one parked in by her house, picking her up, taking her to the Hollywood Hills, taking her places? We've seen videos of that. Of them hanging out, and on the live stream too, that Louise sent me. I'll see if I can bring that one up. Just catching up on chat. Market's in the Hollywood Hills, but I don't know the exact location. Yeah, if you guys can find those locations, I mean, I'll go on scene and check it out and see how far those places are, and just see what's going on. Bean Baby, it's online. She met him online. He was also a big streamer on Fortnite. Wow. That's what I'm gathering. Mustang saturation all around. Yep. 100%. Yeah, and if like the torso's missing, if that's what it is, allegedly, then that to me is saying like you know somewhere along the lines of a personal attack, something very personal, along the lines, again, allegedly. This is, I mean, we have really no information right now, and the information we have, it's, I mean, could it be that if the torso is missing, then they're trying to get rid of evidence in the sense of, was she pregnant? That, that's an avenue, that it's a theory. Hey, I'm interested. I saw there was another body found in the same lot in a trunk. Yeah, I think Cindy last night was telling us about that it was in the area, but they're not sure if it's connected or not. But yeah, that was interesting too. Is it connected? Yeah, Jada, welcome in. Welcome in. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Being Baby, I thought maybe Celeste was with the brother, but never mind. Okay. Cindy, good to see you. Stopping by. Right on. Good to see you. Just going over comments, trying to catch up on comments. Cindy says a lot of people are getting paid to keep their mouth shut. Damn. Luis Cuevas. Cindy, it's so upsetting. Yep. Freaking upsetting, disturbing, just in all which way around. I mean, all over. This is just. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Was, and it's hard to. I mean, it does not look good for that guy, David, the singer, the rapper. It does not look good, and for the situation, and it's hard not to say that he's involved somehow or not, allegedly. And man, it's just, it doesn't look good for the guy or the manager. Could the manager have lured her and saying like, look, he wants to meet you, this and that, and he knew the relationship, and try to maybe frame the guy, try to put it on him, because it does look bad on him. He's just like, well, I'm going to put it on you. I mean, that's a theory too, right? That the manager had something to do with it, and is framing the other guy. I don't know. It's just Bean Baby. It's just something, it's a thought that, because a lot of times when we see these cases, when someone gets pregnant or they're pregnant, that the guy is doesn't like that for whatever reason and decides to kill. Luis Cuevas. David was a groomer and a predator and very brazen. I hope his inner circle also faces consequences for not protecting her, in my opinion. Yeah, that's another thing, too. It's like she's hanging out. She's a minor hanging out with all these adults. That could be, too. She wanted her mom and sister by her side through it and wanted to leave him. Could be. Could be. I mean, we see that many times with cases where the girl's pregnant, the guy's like, oh shit, kills them, right? Green Bay, his concerts were all too crazy. All these parents allowed him to go unsupervised too. Yeah, that's true, man. You gotta be there, and freak, man. I don't know. This whole thing is just so mind blowing. This whole thing is just disturbing, mind blowing. I mean, just her being 14, 15, the way she was put in the trunk, and I'm sorry to say it this way, like trash, and that shit boils my blood. I was talking about that last night, how when the person kills somebody and they dispose of their body like trash, that just boils my blood, because it's like they're human. It's a human being. It's someone's daughter, it's someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's mom. And for you to just do that, to discard them like garbage, I mean, fuck, man, that to me is just horrible. And I really hope and pray that Celeste Rivas gets justice, because this just is unfair. This is unfair. This is not cool. This is horrible. And whoever did this, whoever it may be, the manager, the singer, whoever it may be, I hope they get what's coming to them. And this is just, I mean, you're 14, you're 15, you're barely starting life. And for someone to take that away from someone, anybody, just should not exist, in my opinion. Because if you feel that way, and if you are disposing of the body like that, like getting rid of the body like that, then there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you, and you shouldn't exist. You should not be existing. Oh, he released songs on her birthday every year? Jeez, man, this guy. Not you, Jada, but the singer. Again, welcome in, Jada. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is a developing story, a disturbing story, a mind-blowing story of a singer, Tesla, her body being found in the trunk, dismembered. I mean, it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. So thank you for joining me. Put your theories in here. Put what you've heard. If you have any information, where the locations are, where the places are that the news is talking about. If I'm able to go on scene, I will, but I just need more information. Mustang, yep. He's a fucking creep, in my opinion. I agree. I mean, when the things are coming out like that, and it just doesn't look good, man. It just does not look good. Just catching up on chat. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for joining in the conversation. A lot of good comments, a lot of good points. So I really appreciate it. We all appreciate the conversation, keeping this going. And yeah, like I said, it's just, man, this. I hope whoever did this gets the book thrown at them, gets buried under the jail, because this is bullshit. Killing children like this, killing the future, of man, it's just horrible. Sorry if I'm coming off pitchforky. This case, no, you're good, Luis. We're all upset. This is an upsetting case. This is very upsetting. And thanks again, Luis Cuevas, for bringing this up to me. I before I went on my hike last night, I got like I went on someone's live stream, Hio Sandra's, and I was in there for the replay, and I got a little bit of it, and I just wasn't able to deep dive into it because I was going to go live for the hike, and so that's when we went into it, and now we're trying to catch up on it. And yeah, thanks again, appreciate it. Thank you everybody here, my mods, subscribers, lurkers. Thank you everybody for joining us, keeping the conversation going. And yeah, this is a very upsetting case for good reason. And man, this is bullshit. Like whoever did this definitely just needs to come forward, needs to confess, and so the family, can at least, so it could just the family could have some kind of answers. Mark, did you say they were trying to blackmail him? Oh, really? Blackmail the teacher or the singer? Whoa. I'll go get it right now. Seen a video, Google Plus, where his home Tesla and maybe her dead body outside. Let me find it. Yeah. Thank you. Let me know. Please, not at all. This is disturbing. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Everybody's good. Everybody who comes in here is always welcome to their opinions. And yeah, that's this. We have a really good group of people here, really good group of chat, really good group of mods. So I'm really appreciative, and I'm really lucky to have a good group of people coming in here. Very respectful since day one. Very cool, very chill when we need to chill. Very, people read the room, and when we're serious, we're serious. We get down to business. We get down to covering the case, and then there's a part of the live where we loosen up, we joke around, because we don't want to leave the live on a heavy note because these cases are heavy. So that's why I leave the drama, the bullshit out of my channel because these cases are already heavy. We have enough heaviness with the cases. We don't need the extra shit. So yeah, this case is upsetting. We're all upset, and definitely justice for Celeste Rivas. And it's just I don't know, just super unfair. I don't even know what word I want to use. I want to use a word that really hits, and the word unfair is just, it's not enough to how I want to express how I feel about this case. And it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. Thank you, Luis. Yeah, thank you for putting that. That's the Discord. If you want to continue the conversation, if you want to put come on and share, if you know things or know what's going on or where the places are and things like that, or articles. The Discord is the same thing as this chat. We're very cool. We're very chill in there. Very friendly, very welcoming to everybody that comes in there. And yeah, everybody's been cool in Discord and in the chat. Again, I'm very lucky to have everybody here. A good group of mods, good group of subscribers, and just everybody that comes in here are great people. And yeah, I feel like the new people that come in are going to be right at home with this. And thank you everybody for welcoming the new people, the new subscribers that come in. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Cindy Lynn says if she's 15, she probably aged out of him. She could have said she was going to tell people about him, and either him or people who work for him, and like the money took her out. That's another thing too, right? Because the singer, what we see is he's making the money, so people around him, they don't want to lose that, right? Allegedly, we're speculating opinions. Okay, it's okay. And that could be one thing too, is like, all right, if she is pregnant, if she is like, maybe he's being abusive physically, mentally, verbally, maybe she wants out of it, maybe she's like wanting to go back home, who knows, right? And maybe she might expose him, maybe this or the other, who knows, right? In the heat of the moment, you say things, and maybe one of his right hand man, or maybe took care of it. Maybe, we don't know yet, but that's a possibility. That is possible. Thank you, Native Girl, dropping the link. Thank you so much. There's the link. Native Girl and Louise dropped it. Again, if you want to continue the conversation there, if you have any information, feel free to message me on there or my email. I think I dropped that earlier. Hey, Norma, good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, same. I have never heard of him either. Hey, Peggy, good to see you. Everybody's saying hi. Yeah, see, everybody here is like super welcoming. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you to the chat. Just super welcoming to new people coming in. Really like that. Thank you so much. Dandy, that's what I heard too. And that is another layer of the disturbance of the case, of the situation, is that if supposedly her torso was missing, to me that is saying something about pregnancy, something about hiding the body, something about, I mean, just something, right? It's like, why would that be missing? And if that's the case, right? And I think the autopsy is going to show some, something, when the autopsy comes out. It's, it's very revealing what happens in the autopsy. Was there bruise marks? Was there sign of a struggle? Was there bones broken? All these things in the autopsy, a lot of information comes out. But if not all the body was recovered, for example, let's say arm, leg, and I'm sorry to be descriptive like this, but this is true crime, and this is what we have to talk about sometimes, is if a leg, this or that is missing, that also says that they're trying to hide their tracks. They're trying to dismember to not people to identify the body, or a rush job. That was the other avenue too I was exploring, is like, maybe this was a rush job, put her in the trunk, abandoned the car, and took off. But that to me is also saying that maybe it wasn't the singer, maybe it was. But either way, if it wasn't or wasn't, she was not in the situation, in a good situation to be with that guy, in my opinion. Not even close. Regardless of what is, if he's not involved at all, if he's not okay. But the thing is, like, it's just horrible situation to be in, like that, with a minor, a 14-year-old girl, 13-year-old, 15-year-old girl. How long has he known her? I've seen where he's known her or first started chatting with her when she was 11. Peggy says this is horrible. Yep. Agree 100%. Luis Cuevas. I was watching a video of Epstein's young witness victim, said once she turned 15, he told her she was till Jesus. His lyrics too, they started to say, like, I hate you. Thank you, Peggy. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hit the like button when you come in, please, people. Let me grab a drink of water 1 second. Just catching up on chat. Maybe they could also look into who planned to put a coffin at his concert, to see if it was his idea or management. Because if it's management, then it would make sense why they had access to car and plan dates. Yeah, that's it. That's a good point too, Maybe, because it's like, man, I'm almost positive those two guys are the prime suspects, prime people of interest in this case, in this situation. Because look, his name's on the lease, and that's his house, the singer's house, David's house, and the manager. And the manager rented both the house and the car. and they were released on to his name, Josh Marshall. That's the manager's name, Josh Marshall. So that's, man, that's interesting. Cindy says, Peggy, we don't agree on Delphi, but we can chat on it and agree on other things. You have always been cool with me. Jada says, not to mention she's underage. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? It's just, it's either way you dice it or slice it or flip it or turn it, she's underage. And that's not cool. That's not, I mean, dude, come on now. So even if he had nothing to do with it, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't, I don't know. This is not good. Dandy, did absolutely no one around him know she was reported missing? Weren't they seen in public together? Yeah, that's a good question too, right, Dandy? It's like, you know, I mean, do they even pay attention to that stuff, right? And if they did, then they're keeping quiet for a reason. I mean, that's pretty strange too, right? And she looks young. She looks really young. And nobody, I don't know. That's a good point. Very good point. Just catching up on chat. Yeah, we I don't know what's going on, but yeah, we keep the drama out of this channel. These cases are already freaking heavy as it is, so we don't do bullshit here. And I mean, you can have your opinions in here. We've had disagreements in here, and it's fine. There's an elegant way to say it. And with this channel, it's like we debate the idea. We don't debate the person. There's no personal attacks or anything like that. I don't know what goes on other people's channel. That's their channels. I don't know, and that's their opinions. Great, and this is the way I run my channel. So again, people have been coming in here pretty cool, pretty chill, and yeah, we debate the ideas, and we don't personally attack. We debate the ideas, not the person. I think it's fine. I didn't think of that. Wow, yeah, a lot of things here. Yeah, taken away. See, that's what just gets me. It's like when I don't know, just when they're so young like that and everything ahead of themselves, the future ahead, and man, yeah, they do need to pay. Wherever it is, if it's one person, two people. I'm wondering if it's more than one person, right? You need help loading, unloading, dropping the car off, getting picked up, right? There's just so many variables. And I do think there's going to be a lot of information in this case coming out because LA, Hollywood Hills, like Elsenor, especially the Hollywood Hills, there's a lot of cameras out there. A lot of cameras. Teslas have GPSs on them. They're trackable. And yeah, there's a lot of information in the Teslas. So that's another thing. I think we're going to see a lot of information come out. And I think this one is going to be it's going to go fast. The information is going to go fast. It's going to come out fast. And we're going to see resolution in this case pretty quickly, I think, in my opinion. Pretty quickly. Because law enforcement is moving fast. They're getting search. I mean, they're already getting search warrants. The car, the body, there's a body. Autopsies moving forward. Warrants. Laptops being searched. Homes being searched. I mean, this is moving fast. There's another case where this beautiful woman was dismembered and the family still don't have all the remains. I think it occurred in Wisconsin, Michigan. The parents' victims say, oh, wow. If you want to send me an article on that, I'll take a look at it, Peggy. Appreciate it. Breaking. Jealous behavior. Yeah, that too. That could be jealous behavior too. Like in this case, could be. Could be. Just so many questions, Stanley. This is one. The judge did a great job as well during the sentence. Oh, Sade Robinson? Okay. Thank you, Dandy. Another YNW Melly murder on my mind type of song. Peggy, Danny says her head, aka her crown, has never been located. Oh, okay. With the other case, yes. I'll look at that. Or if you can send me an article or something, that would be great too. If it's not too much of a bother. Jada, by the way, your channel's looking great. Thank you, Jada. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, joining us right here. Keeping the conversation going, keeping it cool, keeping it respectful. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. My channel is run that way. That's how I like it. And again, with these cases, they're already heavy as they are. And I leave whatever you have outside of this channel. Come in with a fresh slate, a blank slate. Come in refreshed, and I think you'll find a good spot in here to share ideas and opinions, and we debate the ideas, the opinions, and not the person. We don't do that. We don't attack people. I don't do that. This is just how I run my channel. Bean Baby says, wait, when she's with David, she wears this black glasses. I don't see her wearing those anywhere else. Yeah, there's a lot of pictures too, right? Where she's like hanging out with him. She's got bracelets. I'll pull that up in a minute. And when I say about that stuff, like, welcome to the channel and leave your bullshit outside. I hope it's coming across like welcoming. I'm not saying that you or this or the other is the problem. I don't care. I really don't. You know what I mean? I have a really good balance. I got a really good balance with the channel, with my personal life. And again, I feel very lucky to have a good group of people, good group of mods, and people that just keep it cool in here. And that's just really, it's simple in my opinion. So again, that's not bashing any other people or anything. No, I just, it is what it is. People can run their channels the way they want to run their channels. Cool. But when people come in here people since day one, when they come in here, they've been really cool, really respectful. And I really appreciate that. Let's see. Catching up on chat. Being of the other Celeste. Oh, really? Huh. Jada says, I believe there are 2 Celestes. I'm not positive. Huh, that'd be interesting. What a nightmare and a tragedy. Social media just brings out such a big dynamic. I can't wait where the police did and try to locate her. I would think her social media accounts would have. Yeah, good point, because, man, just the social media, especially when you're a teenager, right? At that age, you're always on social media. I know my nieces and nephews are always on social media. And, you bet they're going to go into the digital forensics, check her accounts, check who's she's communicating, check her messages. And man, yeah, This case is this situation is moving fast, moving fast. Thank you, Mustang. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Please hit the like and share. Yeah, if you guys know, I mean, you have really good eyes when it comes to video. I was checking out a video to see if I could find any addresses. I mean, if you guys can find any addresses and send them to me, I mean, I would not mind going out there and reporting live on scene and getting you some raw footage out there on foot and checking out the location. Again, when you're on scene, it's way different because you can see the distances. Okay, the Tesla was parked here. How far is that from there? And it's like, wow, it's only an hour. It's only 30 minutes. It's only 7 minutes. You know, where was it located? There's a park right here. Wow, this looks secluded. Or is it this place where they're meeting? Like, come over here. I'll meet you and I'll take you back to the Hollywood Hills. Allegedly speculating, just my opinion. I mean, all these factors when you're there, it's a huge difference because you're actually seeing the area. You're actually 360. Your head, you're looking around, you're looking up. Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it dark? Is it light? This or the whatever it may be. Yeah, shoot me an email, shoot me a message, and let's go. Peggy, you're doing a great job. Emmy Trans on great chat. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, I feel like I got lucky with a good group of people here, good group of mods, good group of subscribers. Since day one, it's been good, and I think it's just the energy that I bring, everybody brings, and as a collective, you know, it's yeah, we just have a good collective energy in here. I'm a strong believer of energy, your aura, your what you bring, how you come in. If you come in with your heart, then you're going to expect that, and that's what I try to do. So thank you for joining us. Thank you everybody for joining us. Hit that like button, please. Subscribe. So if there's any breaking news, her tattoo's so fake. It looks real. In my opinion. Native Girl says, such a great group here. I love that everyone just meshes and respects one another. It goes a long way when you see such heavy talks being discussed. I agree 100%, Native Girl. These cases are heavy already. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why add to that? These cases are so heavy. I mean, I read an article and I'm like, dang, especially when it comes to like babies and missing kids and murdered and stuff like that with kids and babies. It's like, whoa, my feed has been about that. And I think it's just the algorithm because I've been covering the Jake and Harold case, being on scene, being at the courthouse, always punching that in. And I think my just algorithm just feeds me all that. And it's heavy. So why? I don't get it. Why add to that? So, but that's just me. That's just us. Danny says this channel is growing organic. We all know organic is best for us in the community. Oh, that's cool, Danny. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you saying that. That's really cool. Thank you. Catching up on chat. Well, now I'm starting to think only way they were the net final was the tattoo. Wait, there's a lot of people who have that tattoo too. Rihanna, yeah, there's a lot of tattoo, but it's a lot of things, right? It's like she's missing. She's been missing for a while. They're probably going through her social media. They're seeing her on video with this guy. This guy, the singer, is the same. I mean, it's his house. It's his car. The things are just like, coincidence, maybe. Bean Baby says, you need merch, Mark. I don't even know what that would look like. A shark or something? Mark the Shark? Mark After Dark t-shirts? Yeah. I mean, I could, right? Sell shirts and then help me get my iPhone stabilizer that I really want to get for my hikes. So that way you guys don't get vertigo. Yeah, Mark After Dark, catchy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Danny says her blood would be full of hormones if she was pregnant. I do believe. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Being a guy, a lot of stuff I don't know. Yeah, I do like that. Mark After Dark for the hikes, huh? That's cool. I like that. Catchy. Yeah, I think somebody else had been mentioned that last night too. Very catchy. Mark the Shark, Mark After Dark. Yeah, it's very catchy. uh I will be it will be detective even without the torso. Really? Whoa. Yeah, that would be interesting, right? Yeah, I mean there's so many advances now with forensics and DNA and just everything. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be able to detect that. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility. Yeah. Thank you, Dundee. Bean baby. I'm gonna try to make some for us. Not a pro, but I'll see what I get. Shoot me an email, Bean baby. We'll talk. Wait, Tesla's recorder. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought Tesla's. That's a tongue twister. Record everything, right? Video, right? When there's, have you seen the videos where they scratch the Teslas? I mean, what if there's a video of somebody carrying the body into the trunk? I mean, whoa. Oh yeah, like the Mercedes Vega. Yeah, that has the same feel to this. Yeah, thank you, Cindy, for that comment, bringing that up. Yeah, very good comparison to the Mercedes Vega, where her killers did things to her body. She was supposed to testify against one of them. Yeah, it was very like revengeful, right? Very like, I hate you for doing this. Very revengeful, very spiteful. Yeah, that's a very good point. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, and then they burned the car too in her, put bleach down her throat. I mean, it was horrible, but it was because she the bleach thing. When I heard the bleach thing in her mouth down her throat, I was like instantly like that saying like, we're gonna put bleach in your mouth because you're ratting us out. You're talking too much. You're spilling too much stuff for us, so it's getting too hot. Your mouth, something like that along the lines. I mean, we can't always like guess it on point, but that was like my thought. Was like when they put bleach down her throat, is like, look, we need to disinfect you. We need to do this. Like that's how they think. That's the depravity of it. Yeah, very good comparison. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, Dandy, that's how it. I mean, that's how it should be, I think. And you debate the ideas, not the person. It's easy to criticize somebody on this or the other. Super easy, very lazy, in my opinion. And it takes away from the case. It takes away from the topic. It takes away from just everything. And if you're focusing your energy on the person and not the idea, it just takes away from it all. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just these cases are hard. Let's cover cases. Let's put awareness out there. Let's go. Let's do this. Like, put that energy into the cases of the murdered and the missing. Again, I'm just speaking in generalities. This is just me talking, my opinion. It's not directed at anybody or anything. It's just my ideas, my opinions, me talking. And in generalities, it's like, let's just do this, because I see it in the news too, in the mainstream media. I mean, I see that shit all the time. And it's like, let's talk about the case. Let's put awareness out there. Put that energy on boots on the ground. Put that energy in the awareness. Put that energy into a fundraiser. I mean, could you imagine all that energy being put into the cases like that? That's Bean Baby. Yeah, that's what my thought too was. Like, maybe there's more than one person. As we've seen with other cases, moving a body is hard, regardless of size, age, gender. Moving a body is hard, and that's the thing too. Is like with these cases, there's a really good book. I know Mustang's read it. Maybe a few others have too, and it's John Douglas's book Mindhunter. That's a really good book, and what he does, he's like a FBI profiler, and for the FBI, and he says he has to put himself in the mind of the killer. A lot of the times we think like, why would they do that? Why would they give the baby up? Why wouldn't they give the baby up for adoption? But that's how we think. You have to put yourself in their mind, which is hard. It's taxing, but to get an insight, you have to put yourself in the mind of the killer, the mind of them, the mind of the perpetrator, the mind of the what's it called, the the subject. And that's what he does. John Douglas, Mindhunter. Really good book. I highly recommend it for those in the true crime community. He has a lot of cases on there that are just freaking interesting, to say the least. Let me read comments. But the fact she was writing with a friend, and her friend says, "I didn't want you to get in trouble again," and he sings a song saying he wants to get in trouble again. He went through her phone, saw. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe he's going through her phone. Dang. Allegedly, in our opinion. Cindy says, "I need a nap before work. Listen more. Mark the Shark. Love you. You guys rock." Thank you, Cindy. You rock too. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully you get some rest before work. You have patience? I think so. And then when people try to get testy with my patience or my kindness, yeah. It gets cute. I attempted email on Robinson. I'm terrible at email. I tried. Yeah, Dandy, no worries. If you want to go into the Discord or an email or something. I mean, me personally, I'm gonna try to get a phone with a phone number specifically to the channel. To me, that's a lot easier. It's right to my phone. I can upload it and share it. The information. I can read it where I'm at. If I'm on a hike or something, I can pull it up. I can read it as I'm hiking. It's very convenient. I get the information quick. I get it there. And if I have questions, I can just email you back, text you back, this and that. And through that phone number about cases and things like that. So I'm going to try to get a dedicated phone line for the channel where we can, communicate about information, about cases, about where you might think this is. And sometimes, you can send it's just easier for me to say look, here's the location of where this house is. You send the location, I click on it, the GPS turns on, and boom, I'm ready to go. As a thought, that's just a thought, an idea. So we'll see. I have to look into it. I haven't looked into it too much, but I know it's I'll look into it, is what I'm saying. Beanbaby says, "My daughter didn't come home once. Best believe I looked into her friends. If they didn't have answers, I respectfully showed up at their homes. And eventually her friends got back to me saying she's at practice." That's good. No, that's good. Yeah, as you should. I mean, they don't come home geez, yeah, you better be looking for them, right? As you did. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Native Girl. Please subscribe. Please hit the like and share. A program. Something, yeah. Something like that. A program. We know the car. Danny says, "We know the car was impounded after setting for 5 or so days. How long was the car in impound? Do we have an exact number? See, that's the thing too. It's I mean, if I'm able to I mean, if I'm gonna be doing a lot of research, and if I'm able to find where the impound is, I can go talk to the guys there and be like, hey, do you guys know, about the the body found in the Tesla? Horrible situation. Do you know how long the Tesla was there for? I'm sure there's people, if you approach them in a respectful manner, they'll talk to you. Man, we can get information like that. I don't know where it is, and this is all new information. Glow in the dark shirts. Dandy. People are saying that the camera can be controlled remotely on and off on a phone and shut off completely. Dang. Really? Huh. That's interesting too. I wonder if it records it, right? Like if it shuts off, it says like it was shut off at this time, turned back on this time. I mean, that's the other thing too with the Brian Koberger case. He was shutting off his phone, but it was pinging when it was turning on, shutting off. It was it was doing like a pattern. I thought that was interesting too, where he's shutting off the phone, but it's shutting off the phone. Then it's like you're over here. It's like you had to get from A to B somehow, right? If police are understaffed and Aurora, we are here to help. I mean, however we can, I think we can help with awareness, definitely, and sharing and yeah, just keeping this, keeping the pressure. But from what I'm seeing is they're doing a good job. Law enforcement is moving quick, moving quick. Danny says, I shared and tagged you in Discord. Email is not my strong suit. I made my peace with it. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Discord for sure. Thank you again. Appreciate that. All right, so I'm caught up with chat. Dang, a lot of information came out today. So I'm caught up with chat, and yeah, if you guys have any information, if you guys have a good eye for addresses and things like that on a video, send it to me, please, and I'll look at it, and maybe we can go on site, on location, go live, and check it out. What's going on? Man, this is just horrible tragedy. Horrible. I don't know. Sometimes I just get speechless. When there's no information, I'm just like, what the heck is going on? Especially when like the bodies are dismembered. I mean, that just takes it to another level too. It's bad enough you're killing somebody. Now you got to dismember them. Like, geez, man. Like, I don't. How can someone do that to another person? I'll never get. I will never get. All right, this is the part where we kind of loosen up a little bit. I think we've gone over a lot. I think we've gone over a lot of information, what we have. So we'll kind of let loose a little bit. We'll hang out for a little bit. This is definitely a heavy topic. Again, thank you everybody for being cool, being chill, being respectful to each other. Opinions are welcome all day. It's your opinion. And sometimes we check out facts, and when you check out the facts, then that's, you have to look at that in that light. And if you still have your opinions, then that's fine too. I mean, I'm not here to change minds or anything like that. We're just having a conversation. And yeah, this was heavy for sure. I gotta admit, I'll be honest. This is heavy. Oh, let me pull up a picture. I'm gonna see if I have it. But yeah, this is the part where we kind of let loose, stretch a little bit, bathroom break, get yourself a snack, kind of let loose. Let me see if I can bring up that photo I saw that was pretty interesting. Let's see. Okay, yeah, here we go. Just pulling an article. There was a post on here that was really interesting. Let me pull it up. And I think it'll... Yeah, I'll put that one. And then there's another one where I wanted to go over. So let me pull that up. Give me 1 second. And there's a lot of pictures of them together. There's a lot of pictures of them. A video, a few videos that we have seen where they're on live. So it's not looking good for this David guy. Not looking good. Again, we don't know. So we're just speculating. We're just having our opinions. But I believe law enforcement is moving quickly. Moving quickly. Let me pull that up. There's a picture. Hi, Carolina. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Let me know if you can see this video or this picture. It's loading. Actually, I have the screen right here. Let me see. I'm gonna have to click on it. 1 second. Yeah, there it is. Make that bigger. 1 second. Do you see the bracelet on there, on her? See that bracelet on the right arm? Okay, cool. So check that out. And I'm going to pull up another picture of the guy, allegedly. 1 second. Pull that one up. Boom, right there. Allegedly, that's him wearing the same bracelets as her. It'll come up. It's just there's a lag. So you see that? It's like the same bracelet as the other one. Yeah, but Bean Baby, the thing is, when there's the coincidences are starting to stack up, it's hard to dismiss other coincidences. Yeah, that's a good question. Are they matching? Are they this? Is it the same one? Did he take it from her? This is all allegedly. This is all speculation. I don't know, but I thought that was interesting. Daniel, got your email. Thank you. I'll check that out after the stream. So thank you so much for that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. There's a timeline here. Some guy on Reddit or some person on Reddit, really interesting. This one I almost forgot, so I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, that's a man's arm, right? Yeah, look at that. Look at the hair. Look at the. At first, I was like, because of the nail polish, took me out. Yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. It's allegedly. We don't know if that is, or maybe it's somebody else that she knows. Could it be jealousy? Could it be anger? Like, hey, I saw you with quote unquote my girl's bracelet. What the hell are you doing with it? Or I saw this picture of her. What the hell's going on? Confronts her, right? I mean, when you do that type of level of yeah, the nails, right? It's just so again, this is speculation. We're not sure who this is, what it is, but it's interesting to see that it looks like the same bracelet. Let me pull this up. 1 second. Oh, does he really? Wow. Jada says he has long nails like that in another pic. Huh. That's interesting. Let me catch up on chat. Yeah, I mean, look how young she is. She looks like a kid, a baby, like just a kid. You know what I mean? It's if you, I don't know. Uh, yeah, this whole case is just. Yeah, he definitely has some explaining to do. And go to the comments. Hello Kitty is big with people who like anime too. But yes, really big. Hints that he knew and might have done it. Wow. So that's a big thing in like the anime community is the Hello Kitty. That's interesting to know. Thank you for that, Bean Baby. Let's see. Louise Cueva says those bracelets are pretty common. They give them out at a lot of concerts. I have a posty bracelet. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, that's a good point. See, that's what I like about this chat. We go back and forth, and it's like, well, it could be this, it could be that, and it gives us more of a feel, more knowledge, more insight. Okay, like okay, it could be this, it could be that. So thank you for that, Louise. Thank you everybody for your input. Really good conversation going on in chat. Really good insights and opinions and comments. Thank you everybody. Appreciate it. Hey Carolina, welcome in. The more I hear about the case, the more I have my suspicions. I really don't think that David did this. In my opinion, it's someone who was close to them both. I'm not sure if it was his manager or a hater. Yeah, Carolina, that's the other thing too, right? It's like it could be it fits with any possibility right now because we don't have that information to fill in the gaps. So it could be a hater, it could be a fan, it could be the manager, it could be David. I mean, it could be any number of people. It could be more than one person. It could be one person, and yeah, it's just sad. Jada says, but if your Tesla went missing, wouldn't you report it? Well, that's the thing too. They said that they saw the Tesla outside the home, so where it was parked, but then it was impounded. So was it just impounded because it was just parked there too long? Was it parked in the red zone? Where was it parked for it to be towed? That's a good question. It's like it's well, and then also too with that comment too, Carolina, that's a very good point too, because if David is on tour, I mean, and he has an alibi of over 10,000 people seen him, that's going to be it for him. He has an alibi, right? If they're saying from this date to this date she was missing, you're gone for tour, and you're not nowhere near the crime scene, nowhere near her, then but then again, why wouldn't she go with you? That's the other thing too, right? That's the other thing as I'm thinking about it. Why wouldn't she go with you with a concert? If she's with you all the time, why isn't she there now on your tour? Did you not want her to go on your tour? Did you tell her to kick back? What? Right? But that is a good point though. It's like it could be anybody at this point. And again, if David has a solid alibi, then that's it for him. They're gonna have to rule him out. If the time of death is this, if they've had video of somebody that it doesn't look like him carrying the body, and he's at a concert performing, then that's it. Unless they find something connecting him to saying like, look, handle this, and I have a problem, handle this. I have my career, my life ahead of myself. Again, this is me putting myself in the mind of what could be, well, my career, this and that, because we've seen it in other cases where people feel like their life is over because maybe somebody's pregnant, maybe they're going to tell, maybe they're going to snitch, maybe this or the other, and they take care of it. They take care of the problem. In their eyes, it's a problem. Just catching up on chat. But what if he didn't drive it much? Yeah, that's the other thing too. He's busy most of the time. Maybe he has drivers, bodyguards. Yeah, that's true. If he's not really driving it, if he's just parking it there, his manager's driving it. Who was driving the Tesla? And did you knowingly know that there was a body in the trunk? I mean, when it comes to Teslas, you're not going to let anybody touch your car, right? Because it's just a different type of car. You need to know how to drive it. It's a different drive. It's a different experience. Who was driving that Tesla? Yeah, I could have borrowed it. Yep. Where it sounded about now an AK chamber. Oh yeah, for sure. It could be a fan, his close friends, brother, etc. But it could also be him. That's the thing. That's the thing. It could be a number of people. It could be more than one person. It could be one person. And yeah, I mean, I just this situation is moving fast, and I feel like we're gonna get answers quick with this because I know when there's a body, you can examine the body, you can see what's going on, and maybe they'll find forensic evidence on the body, somebody else's blood, maybe dismembering a body. There's no way you're not gonna get your DNA on that. Maybe, right? Maybe not. Maybe, but that's the other thing too. Is like if they find evidence on there, you better believe that it's gonna be hard to dismiss that. Why is your DNA? Why is your hair on this body? Well, it's my car. Yeah, but why is it here? Why is it under her nails? Why is it? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's just It's more adding to the circumstantial evidence or to the evidence because there is a body. Yeah, yeah. I would think he would have reported her missing, but maybe not because she was under. Yeah, that's the thing too. And did he know? I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense that she's a minor. You wouldn't. I mean, don't you think like she has parents and she's a minor and she has to be home? Like, wouldn't that come cross your mind? Or are you the one that's grooming her, like you were saying earlier, Louise? Are you grooming her from a younger age and telling her, hey, come to my concerts, I got you, and luring her away from her family? That's what we see with those types of people, is that we see them, from whether they're narcissists or whatever, that they lure you away from your family, from your moral support, uh, from that type of support, because they want you to only depend on them, on financial support, emotional support, right? We see that all the time. They take you away from your home. They take you away from that family surrounding, from your friends, from your work, from your coworkers. They take you all away from that. So you don't have any contact with anybody else but them. And you are pretty much uh, at their what's the word, it's escaping me right now. You're dependent on them for that, and that's huge. That is huge, and we see that. So was he trying to do that? Was he trying to groom her? Was he trying to take her out of the home, out of the family support, so he can take her on tour, so he can, this or the other, whatever his motives were? Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like, when was she reported? But it seems like she was reported right away, and it looked like she was maybe missing before. But that's the other thing too. It's like, that's not an excuse for people to do what they think they could do, if that makes sense. If there's a runaway, why don't you say like, hey, go to your family? Why didn't he say that? Why didn't people around her say that? Hey, this isn't cool. Like, go see your family. Like, they're missing you. They're looking for you. They're calling you, right? Like, who's calling you all the time? I'm sure she has a phone, right? And I'm sure their family's trying to call. Like, where are you? What's going on? If it just, people like that shouldn't think like they should take advantage of people that are in a situation like that. Why don't you fucking help them, right? Why don't you raise them up and not bring them down, right? Who had access to his vehicle beside him? Yeah, good question. Good question. How many people? Was it more than one? Who was in the car? And yeah, that Hollywood Hills, all that area has a lot of cameras. FBI is involved. They have the resources, the reach to go into places and get things that local law enforcement may not be able to do. Dandy says, once they are able to collect and analyze the data from the car, I think a lot. Yeah, the data on the car, right? The tracking of the car. It's going from point A to point B. Is it going to her house? Is it going to Lake Elsenor? Is it going to the Hollywood Hills home? Where is it going from point A to point B to point C? Where is it going? That's going to be huge too. And not only that, that's going to box someone in their timeline. I was here. Okay, if you were here, the Tesla says you were at this restaurant at this time at 12. We have video of you here, but you're lying to us. You're saying you were at your house at 12. We see you here getting a sandwich. And the Tesla confirms it, and the video confirms it, and the receipt confirms it. Why are you lying? Things like that. Very good point. Jada says, how did they meet? Anyone know? I know they went to the same school, but obviously he's about 5 years older. Yeah, there's a timeline I want to go into. I just want to catch up on chat before I go into that. But yeah, that's a very good question. And if you know, yeah, put it in the comment section. Just catch him up on chat. Let me grab some water. Keeping the conversation going. Let me grab some water real quick. Baby says, what if he was picking her up for his brother, and her brother did it, and the brother also the one who does it? Like, but since David is older, he takes credit. Maybe bro killed her, and David taking blame. That's the other thing too that crossed my mind is this like a frame job, right? Your house, your car, your friend, quote unquote relationship you're in. Could be. We don't know yet. Baby says, yeah, her bro kept in contact, so he should have dragged her. So her brother is the one that does lyrics for David. Yeah, he canceled his tours. I was seeing that. I was seeing people posting their email saying that they're getting refunded for canceled tour dates. I think that says a lot because he was still touring, and now it's canceled. So that says a lot, right? Because baby said because the only video I saw without her glasses was when she was with David's bro. So who's the brother you're talking about? David's brother? How old is he? Who is he? I'd like to know more about that. All right, let me go over this timeline here. Somebody posted, which was pretty interesting. It paints a picture of the dates and when he might have met her allegedly. Again, this is all allegedly. This is all speculation right here. I have to say that, but this is it right here. Let me see if I can post it up. So right here, somebody on Reddit posted this. He says, or they say, so I made a timeline for those interested. Here we go. Let's go. May 22nd, 11 years old. David sends tweet that that girl wants to be taken home. Take me to where I belong tweet. So that was where supposedly that's where he made contact right here. May 22nd, she's 11 years old. David sends a tweet. That girl wants to be taken home. There's the link right there. I don't want to click on it just yet. I don't know where that's going to take me. And so they're saying this could align with. Let me make this bigger. There we go. Okay, this could align with commenter that said sister pimped her out in 7th grade. Comment since you are 11 when you are 6th, 7th grade in the U.S. And then he goes on. The Romantic Homicide song was recorded in July 2022 and music video was released on Celeste's 12th birthday or the day after, depending on the source. Romantic Homicide. That's one of his songs. October 22nd, David asked if Celeste is in private Discord. She shows up to chat, and we've seen those chats. There's debate whether it is or it isn't. September 23rd, Celeste's 13th birthday. So December 2023, Celeste song, recorded Celeste song, and Celeste shows up in a picture with him. Let me see what that brings up. I just don't want to show anything that's not, or click a link or something. So let me just be ready to exit out if it's not. Oh yeah, here. That's weird. Yeah, I don't even know if that's real or not. So just sign out of that. Damn, this is getting wilder and wild. Where was I? Okay. Okay, yeah, so here we go. We're starting to catch up on the timeline. March 2024, private Discord talking about him dating Celeste. April 2024, last time Celeste is seen by her family in Lake Elsenor per her missing persons report. That's huge. April 2024. August, someone is asking for a song about missing girl Celeste in Discord. Wow, that's like super, super eerie. Someone is asking about her in a song, about the song. September 2024, Celeste's 14th birthday. David first shows up in pictures with the same tattoo as Celeste. So that was on her 14th birthday. They show up like that with matching tattoos. Damn, this is just not looking good. Not looking at all good for this guy. Jeez. But I'm going to reserve judgment till we get more information. Again, this is all speculation, opinions, and yeah, let me keep reading. September 2025, Celeste's 15th birthday. Day after her birthday, her body is found in the trunk of David's Tesla. Jeez, man, look at that. Look at this. September, within a year, literally within a year. I mean, this guy, or I shouldn't say this guy. Let me put it this way. Within a year, September 2021, her 14th birthday, she shows up with tattoo. September 2025, on around her birthday, the day after her birthday, her body is found. Isn't that fucking wild? And they continue to say the only thing that strikes me as strange is there doesn't seem much on Celeste after her 14th birthday, almost a year before she was found murdered. Such an awful story. Please take care of each other. 100%. Yeah, that's the thing. So this person went into a rabbit hole on a timeline, and you know, like after it seems like on her 14th birthday, there wasn't much activity. So maybe whoever is in her circle has a grip on her because she's not, you know, there's really not much out there on her. Who knows? But I thought that was interesting, like a timeline of that. Real interesting stuff right there. Again, that's allegedly. We're just speculating on that missing poster. Let me look at chat. Yeah, the tour date's canceled. The video, because the only video I saw without her glasses was with David's brother. Yeah, and that's the rumor right now, is that he made contact with her when she was 11. I'm not sure. After looking David's bro up, I couldn't find my phone. Oh, no worries, no worries, no worries. Yeah, do your thing. The tattoo on your finger hurts. She was little, didn't think she can tolerate that pain. Wow. Yeah, so I want to look at this missing poster. Give me 1 second. I want to look at the dates on there, because that's the one that the family came out. Celeste, Rivas, Hernandez. Last seen Jennifer, April 5th, 2024. Dang. 2024. We're in September 2025. Wow. So that's when she was last seen. Dang. Last seen in Lake Elsenor, California. So probably her home. Date of birth 9/7/2010. Current age 13 at the time she went missing. Height 5'3", weight 120. Eyes brown, hair dark brown. Last seen wearing gray pants and a black sweater, a hat, and Hello Kitty sandals. That's what Bean Baby was saying, that's huge in the anime community. Wow, that's crazy. That's wild right here that it's mentioning that. That's when she was last seen. Wow. Yeah, so if you have seen this, call that number, Officer Contreras. Okay, but as we've seen, they found her. Dang. So she was last seen April 5th, 2024. Wow. Yeah, we're definitely going to be following this case pretty closely. Real close. I'm going to try to see if I can get where some of these locations are. Maybe we can head out there and go live. Maybe talk to people, talk to the locals, see what we can find. Maybe again, it's out of my comfort zone to try to say something that I'm going to do that I haven't done. Usually, I say things when I did them, so it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. But I have to say these things that way you can kind of get an idea of where I'm going and what I'm doing. But I think that's it for me. We're gonna loosen up a little bit. I mean, this situation is it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. Bean Baby says, "What are the odds the car was there for long and the day of her birthday someone reported car? Who called it?" Right? Yeah, it seems very coincidental, right? Reported on her birthday. A year before that, they get matching tattoos. Like, it seems like every year, like the birthday is like something significant. And with people like that, it's significant to them. They want to relive the event that year. It's significant to them because it means something. And it might mean something completely different to us, but to them, it has a significance to the person in question, the suspect, the whatever you want to call it, the perpetrator. Their minds are different. Their minds work differently. So yeah, we'll definitely keeping a close eye on this. And if there's any breaking news, I'll go live. Man, so sad, just sad. And yeah, we're gonna loosen up a little bit, hang out for a little bit. I know we said we were gonna go into that, but then I forgot I wanted to read that timeline, because that's huge. You know, it's speculating whether or not he made first contact when she was 11, and then moving the dates, and then it doesn't seem right after that. You know, she's killed. Just put on some music. Part of the show where we stretch, bathroom break, get a snack. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. Yeah, I kind of saw that on my feed, but I haven't read into that for the hanging in the Mississippi. I'll have to look into it. Thank you everybody for joining me today. That's going to be it today. Take care of each other. Be safe out there. Lock your doors, lock your windows. Be rude to people who are in your bubble, personal space. Say something, speak up. And if there's any breaking news, I'll go live. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. Really appreciate you. And you guys have a good rest of the day, good weekend if I don't see you. But I'm going to try to go live maybe later, maybe if something breaks or something like that. But I need to catch up on other things right now. And we'll see where this goes. We're going to be watching this closely. Again, thank you everybody for joining me. You guys have a good rest of the day, and I'll send out the notification. If I go live, I'll usually do it 30 minutes to an hour before. And if anything, I might just go on a hike today. Maybe, we'll see. But I'll definitely send out a notification 30 minutes to an hour before, okay? So, again, thank you everybody for being in here. Thank you for joining us, keeping the conversation cool, chill, respectful, and respecting each other, taking care of each other, bringing people up, not down. This is what we do. Yeah, let's just keep a close eye on this case. So thank you so much. You guys have a good day. Hopefully I can see you in a little bit. We'll see. Thank you.